Welcome, Chef Stave. We are where it all begins with our apple brandy. We are in Albemarle County, outside of Charlottesville, right near the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And here is one of the orchards that we collect the apples for our Laird's Applejack.
Without this beautiful apple, the world would be so worse off.
I totally agree with that statement.
Down here, this part of the world, to me, is almost sacred because obviously, I'm a big aficionado for Thomas Jefferson. Monticello is right up the street from here. I grew up what we call a gentleman's farm. My grandfather, we had maybe 30 apple trees. Our friend Thomas Jefferson had about 100. Just imagine if Thomas Jefferson could be here today and see the technique that you're growing that.
It looks like a vineyard. It's a trellis system. It's a beautiful innovation that Crown Orchard started here about 10 years ago. It's more trees per acreage. They're getting more yield of the apples. It's much easier to harvest. We do not use cider apples. We use the everyday apple that you would find in a grocery store. So we use some Red Delicious, Golden Delicious, Jonathan's, Granny Smith, Gala, and then obviously what we have here is the Pink Lady.
And I will take the first bite. The only thing missing here is a picnic, had I known about that, Oh, gosh. There's only one word for it. Spectacular.
North Garden is a very special historic distillery. We purchased it in 1941. It has been in operation as soon as Prohibition was lifted. Probably may have been used during Prohibition, I'm not quite sure. When you visit the facility, you're stepping back in time, because we have not converted it into this new shiny distillery, because if it's not broke, don't fix it. We are the oldest distillers in the United States. This is our history, and we embrace our history.
Walter, I'd like to welcome you here to Laird & Company's Distillery in North Garden, Virginia.
I can smell it right here. I mean, this whole area is full of flavors.
It's a little hard working around it all day and just smelling it and not drinking it.
Well, let me tell you, I have very seldomly been completely surprised. Today, though, when I saw 53,000 pounds of apples getting delivered.
Yeah, the Apple Lanch. The Apple Lanch is pretty cool.
Oh, golly, isn't it ever? How do we make it from an apple into this beautiful product of apple brandy like you're known for?
As we need them, we open the little small doors down there, and gravity takes them down into the water. So they just work their way around, just like an apple river, till it gets to the conveyor, which takes them up to the grinder. Here we'll probably grind 4 or 5 million pounds of apples this year in the fall. And we try to get a lot of sweeter apples and then mix them with the tart to try to get a happy medium and keep the bricks up in the sugar as high as we can. So we have a consistent product. As they go through the grinder, they end up humped over into the squeeze boxes. The guys fill them all the way up, get them as full as they can, and then they're slowly pressed. Cider goes down into the bottom, and the pumice goes out on the conveyor to trucks to be fed to the cattle. So once the cider tank is full down here in the cider mill, it's pumped up into these fermenters over here, which hold 14,000 gallons. And then once they're full, we wait for it to ferment. We're not allowed to add sugar. We can only get the sugar that's in the apple. So if it's a good year for sugar, it's a good year for brandy.
So once all of the sugar is converted to alcohol, and we immediately go into the still. And then we distill that beautiful fermented hard cider into our apple distillate, or our fresh apple brandy, which comes off the still about 165 proof. Product comes off the still, it goes into our receiving room to bring the proof down to 130. We find that has been the sweet spot for us, for our aging process. We have a historic barrel warehouse up here in New Jersey, and then it ages here up till 12 years, depending on whatever product we're producing. Unlike bourbon and other spirits, we can age in any barrel. We can age in new, we can age in used. We have found that once used bourbon has produced the best brandy for us. Apple brandy is very delicate, and wood can easily overtake the aroma and flavor of the apple. And we're making apple brandy, we're producing Applejack, and we want to retain as much of the apple flavor and aroma as possible.
I don't think you're going to have a shortage anytime soon on apple brandy.
It goes on and on. So, Chef, now that you've seen the entire process, we get to the fun part. We get to taste some of our apple brandy. This is our Laird's Straight Applejack 86, aged 3 years. Historically, in the colonial times, the barrels were used as storage, not so much as aging. So this is very close to what my ancestors were consuming. Keep your mouth open, breathe in through your nose, fresh apple characteristics, the cinnamon, some spice, a little bit of vanilla.
I see myself standing in the orchard, picking up the apple. I'm not kidding you. It comes so clearly through after all this time.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
It has a beautiful finish, It's just like, the only problem you'd have with that, you cannot just drink one. But it's really, really beautiful. The cleanliness, the flavor, obviously, it's crisp.
It's like a crisp autumn day in a
You got
glass.
it.